Hi everyone, and welcome to our Touch Base Thursday for July 21st. Going to give it a minute here for those of you that are able to join me tonight live. Logged on and find me here, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. So if you are seeing me, please comment and tell me hello, and then we will get started here in just a couple of minutes. I know you're probably all thinking, why does she have a coat on? It is freezing cold in my basement. I've been down here for a little while, and it gets a lot colder down here with our air on upstairs and stuff. So anyway, I'm a little chilly. My hands are actually cold, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to make all my fun projects for you tonight. Anyway, hi to Carol and Nancy. Welcome, ladies, as you're coming in to watch my Facebook Live tonight. I have some really fun projects, really pretty projects. Hi to Gail as well. Oh, Carol's already sharing. I love it. And we have the other Carol on, so welcome, welcome. Excited to be live with you all tonight. I just feel like, though, the last couple weeks have just flown by. Like, I can't believe it's already Thursday and I'm already live with you all again. I feel like I was just live. Well, I was live last night for my online bingo. So if any of you want to try the online bingo sometime, we have a lot of fun with it. It is usually always the third Wednesday of the month. Our next one is August 17th, and registration's already open for it. But we have a lot of fun with that. So I was live with a good handful of you last night. Gail was one of them on there. So always a fun night. So anyway, hi to Penny and Janet, Janie, Sonia. Again, looking at all these names coming in. Hi to Shireen. So anyway, I'm going to jump right in and get started and give you guys a few announcements. So next week is our Isabella County Fair here in our area. And both girls are taking pigs to the fair. So we will be, this week's kind of been a crazy busy week as they work with them and get them really going, getting their last times of working with them in. They actually go in on Sunday morning. So Sunday morning they go into the fair. So I just want to let you guys know next week. So they show the pigs on Tuesday, and then our auction where we auction them off and different businesses can bid on them. I know this is a new concept for some of you that live in different states, but it's a group called the 4-H. And they can do different projects and things like this. And so our auction is on Thursday night, where the girls prepared letters and dropped them off to different businesses, inviting them to come and bid on their animal, to buy it, on their animals, I should say. So as a result, I will not be having a Facebook Live next week. However, I'm going to try my best to have a pre-recorded video for you, showcasing a few cards and things like that. So it will still post on Thursday night at 7 o'clock, but I will not be live, and I don't have a night next week that I can move it into based on the different fair activities that we have going on. So I know I did that last year on vacation, and I had it all scheduled, and it went live for all of you to watch. It'll be on YouTube, so it'll just be a link for you to click to go to YouTube to be able to watch that video, okay? So I will still be doing a video for you. I'll still be inspiring you. You just won't have me live next week, and I apologize in advance for that. But anyway, it's one of those things that I just couldn't fit it in on Wednesday night, and Tuesday night I've already got a different event. So anyway, long story short, I'm like, that's the best I can do for you guys. I'll also put a couple of reminders out throughout the week that there's no Facebook Lives. I know I still have some of you that messaged me when I did that last time and were worried and concerned because you weren't able to find me live and I wasn't live, and then you saw that pre-recording one. And so anyway, I'll remind you guys that I won't be live, and then I'll be back the following Thursday, okay? So other announcements that I have a brand new class that just opened up. It is the Lights Aglow class. So if you like that Lights Aglow, oh, but Maureen, you are on here with me tonight. Maureen wasn't sure if she'd be able to make it, but yay. And Marilyn, I just saw some more comments come in. So sorry, everyone, if I missed you. I just saw a few more comments pop up. But anyway, so my Lights Aglow class just opened up. That link went out today, and also it was in my email. If you have not joined my email list, I really encourage you to do so. That's where I post a lot of announcements, a lot of different things. I also wanted to let you guys know that I am taking a pretty intensive class on my website so that I can make some improvements to my website and my blog for all of you, to make it a little bit more I don't know, use it more often, use it better to service all of you. So I am taking a class. So over the next 2 to 3 months, you're going to be seeing hopefully some positive changes coming through on that. I really want to focus my website on that being like my hub where you guys go for all kinds of things and can find me there for, you know, YouTube and Pinterest and everything else that I do, so you don't have to hunt 20 million places for me. So I'm excited about the class, excited to learn some new things. But I always love learning new technology. It's one of the things I kind of strive for. So excited to be able to take that on. So anyway, the other classes open that I have right now are the Olive Branch class. Now that is kind of like a Stamp-A-Stat class. All the cards are designed similarly. They're really quick and simple cards, but that stamp set is so versatile to be able to be used for thank you, birthday, sympathy, you know, all those kinds of things. So that class is open, and then so are my 3 regular classes that I have. The Abigail Rose, what you're going to be seeing tonight, is actually a class that you can purchase as well. It's the registration is currently open for it, and so is my Sweetest Christmas, the candy cane Christmas cards. So lots of fun things for you guys to take advantage of. And then Celebration is still going on. So Celebration goes on through the end of August. If there are things that you wanted, get them before they're gone or while supplies last. Those note cards and envelopes have already sold out. Everything else is still available as of the last time I looked. So if there's things that you want, definitely get them before they're gone. And then there's also an awesome join promotion. So if you love Stampin' Up! Products and you want to get a permanent discount on your orders, you can get 20% off minimally, up to 25 and even more based on your performance and stuff. But it's a good way for you to take advantage of getting product and saving some money. It's kind of like a permanent coupon card, I call it. So if you're interested in that, let me know. You can pick out $125 of product for just $99, and you also get this awesome free planner as well. So just want to make sure you guys know about that. So with that, let's do some sharing and do some giveaways. What do you think? So most of you know, if you share my video, you get entered into the drawing, and we pick a couple winners each week. And so with that, I do that in advance. So if you shared, your name was put into a drawing, and the winner of the 2021-2023 In Color Jewels is Cindy Wood. So congratulations to Cindy. My daughter is looking for something, but I don't know quite what she's looking for. What was that? Oh, her phone. All right. And then the winner of the Perfect Pomegranate stamp set. So this stamp set is the Host Celebration stamp set. The only way you can get this is if you put in a minimum $300 order, I think it is. And so I have a couple extra of these. You're going to be seeing me give a couple more away throughout the end of August. The winner of the one for this week is Mary Ann McGinnis. So congratulations to Cindy Wood and to Mary Ann. I'll have to make a note on that because I can't write on the case. All right. Anyway, up for grabs this week. If you share my video, I have pulled from my stash the iridescent rhinestones and the rustic metallic adhesive backed dots. Okay. I literally opened up the thing and just grabbed a couple. All right, so those are what we will draw a winner for next week. Let me look at my notes. I think that's all of what I had for notes. Not a whole lot. I mean, there's a lot of things going on that you can register for, but not a lot of Stampin' Up! Announcements right now other than Celebration going strong. Again, a reminder for those of you coming in a little bit late, there will not be a live Facebook Live next week. I will have a pre-recorded video for you that I will be scheduling to go out on my page and in my group at 7 p.m. Eastern Time next Thursday. But I will be at the fair. My girls' auction for selling their pigs is that night, so I will not be able to be live with you all. So anyway, but you're still gonna get to hear from me. Won't that be fun? All right. So what I chose to share with you tonight is the bundle of Hi Kim's sister. I love it, Gail. Gail remembers last night. My sister. So I gotta share a quick story. In my bingo was last night, and I have my sister in my online bingo group, just because sometimes she, helps me and things like that. And she thought it was Thursday night and that it was my normal Thursday night Facebook Live. So she comes on and tells everybody hi, and I knew right away what she thought. And so I asked her, and she's like, "Yep, that's what I thought." So anyway, she stayed on at the end. So after we play our games of bingo, we do our make and takes. And so she stayed on and talked with everybody. So it was kind of fun, but we were all kind of picking on her. It was kind of cute. So anyway, that was just a good funny I had to share. So I'm sharing with you tonight the Splendid Thoughts bundle. Now this bundle, what I like about this bundle is it's in our holiday catalog, but it is not really holiday related at all. And true story, I just realized this in the last couple weeks, that this stamp set was actually inspired by one of our $1 million sales achievers. And I did not realize that. Mary Amar is the person who inspired this. So how that works is, when you reach $1 million in career-to-date sales, Stampin' Up! Invites demonstrators to the home office for some pampering. And one of the things you get to do is you get to meet with their design artists. So all of the Stampin' Up! Stamp sets are designed by real people. They're not like people not in the U.S. They're designed and drawn by all of folks that work for Stampin' Up! Right in Riverton, Utah. And so when you reach that milestone, you get to actually meet with a design concept person, artist, and tell them what kind of a stamp set you might like and inspire them to create some images that are maybe special to you. So whenever you see this little emblem down here on stamp sets, it means it's inspired by a $1 million sales achiever. I get the question a lot, am I close? I'm a little over halfway. So hopefully though, I've been a demonstrator for 12 years. I'm a little over halfway, so I have a ways to go, but I am really hopeful, and I have no idea what I'm going to do. People have asked me that already, but that is my goal. My ultimate goal is to design a stamp set inspired by something that's really important to me. So I've been kind of thinking about it once in a while, but hopefully you all are here to take advantage of my stamp set and to buy it when it has my little name down here on the little booklet, or the little end of it here. So anyway, but that is just kind of what that means, so you guys kind of know, because some people had asked me about that. So what I like about this, like I said, is that it's not a holiday related bundle. You can use this bundle outside of the Christmas season, and again, I like that because it came out in the holiday catalog, but you can use it now and make all kinds of different cards with it. So with that, I'm going to transition my camera down. I'm going to show you the products a little bit in detail, and then I'm going to also go over some of the pricing and stuff of this product suite, and then we're going to make some fun projects, all right? So I'm going to transition my camera down to my stamp area, and I'll meet you guys around the other side. Okay. So again, you're all going to see this little sneak peek. Let me actually first look my external little monitor, or my external little speaker, because none of you need that for this part. Okay, so there's your little sneak peek. I need to turn my camera around, or my computer, so you guys I can see you all. All right, so there is some of the projects that we're going to be making tonight. Oops, I got a glow on my computer. There we go. All right, so I'm going to move them all out of the way real quick. And then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the product suite. So in the product suite, you have the Splendid Thoughts stamp set and the coordinating Splendid Stems dies. Okay, now my dies have been well used because I've been creating with them like crazy. And this bundle together sells for, the bundle together is $51.50, okay? So it includes the stamp set and the coordinating dies. Now you can also purchase other coordinating products that go with it. One of them is the open leaf trinkets, and I love these trinkets. They're gold, they're nice and flat, so they will fit through when you're mailing. And I have used these on every single project that we're going to be making tonight. Every single one. I love them that much. And then the other product that goes with this is the soft seafoam ribbon. Now this ribbon is sheer, but it is gorgeous. And when you see me using it on our projects tonight, it's gonna, some of the projects give this a totally different color. You think you're going to be using a different ribbon, and you're not. You're actually using this awesome, beautiful, beautiful soft seafoam ribbon. And then the final product that that goes with this is the Splendid Day Designer Series paper. Carol, this is, I didn't know if I would like this. It is so versatile. After tonight's presentation, I think you're all going to want to grab this stamp set. It is pretty cool. This paper, let me bring in the paper. It's going to be a little bit hard to see because it is kind of shiny. So it's going to have a little bit of a glow to it, but you're going to see me using all of these. And I think I used all of them. Janet actually made this class last night. This is one of my classes here in my Tuesday night. This is one of my classes here in my basement this month, and Janet came, and so she got to see this paper and play with this suite up close and personal. So she, and I'm still glad you're here with us, Janet. So this is just gorgeous, gorgeous paper. So one side you have all of the different like metallic or the foil finishes to it. What I like about these two pieces right here is you could, if you wanted to, just cut these in half and you'd have a whole mat for cards. And then on the opposite side is where you have some of your solid colors that coordinate with it. Now, hot off the press, and I'm going to share with you guys tonight, I designed a scrapbook layout literally just tonight using this product suite for my scrapbook club that will be meeting the month of August. So I'm already working on my August stuff. But I want to show you that layout because it's sitting right here waiting for me to take a picture of it in my little box I have next to me. But let me show you it. Isn't this gorgeous? Look how pretty that is. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. So that is my layout, and there's your little mats for your pictures and your little let's celebrate and the little metallic things, and this is like the green foil down here. But so yeah, if I have any scrapbookers out there and you're interested in more information about my scrapbook club, please reach out to me, let me know. I also do scrapbooking. It's actually where I started before I was into card making. So all right, thank you, Philomena. All right, so we are going to start with a cute little 3D project. I did have time to whip something up real quick. So this is a cute little bag, and I meant to put some little shreddy in there for you to be able to just kind of see, you know, stuff in there. But this bag would be perfect to put little candies in, or great little party favor gift or whatever. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to assemble this cute little bag. Now, I will also have the dimensions available, but they are right here in case any of you are interested in writing them down right now because you want to start making this bag right away. The designer series paper is cut 6 by 10.5, and then on the long side, so what I mean by the long side is you put this long side up in your trimmer. So on the long side you score at 1, 4.5, 6, and 9.5, and then you're going to turn it on the short side, and on the short side you're going to score it at 1.5 and 4.5. Okay, so those are your dimensions. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to just cut up the center of these. I do too, Marilyn. Sometimes they challenge me, but for the most part, I do okay. So I'm just going to cut up the center of this one right here. This one is cut up a little bit differently. Okay, so you're just going to cut that up the center. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fold these 1-inch flaps down, and I actually adhered them down to, that's going to be the top of my bag. Okay, so I'm making it in a different color. So let me fold all of these different score lines so that you guys can kind of see. This is a gorgeous suite, Carol. You are absolutely right. I love this suite. So let me just kind of score these all up so that they're not, you know. All right, so this we're going to score back, and I'm going to add some adhesive underneath of that. So you could use tear and tape. I'm just going to use regular seal just to kind of keep it easy tonight. And then that's going to get adhered down to the so you can see it's on all the way around. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So that's where that 1-inch score comes in. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to score, or I mean add adhesive to all of this. So I scored this in advance to save me a little bit of time tonight. And then from there, all I did was adhere this up like this. Let me make sure, you gotta make sure you fold those in again, sorry. Fold in where you had that folded over because it does get to be a little bit thick there. Oh my gosh, so You are so funny, Carol. I was just talking earlier today about doing a scrapbook album and doing a couple of them this fall. And so what I'm looking at doing for my scrapbook albums is one using this product suite and one using the gnomes. So I used to do little mini 6x8 scrapbook albums, and I haven't done them in a while, and I'm getting back into them. So I will be doing a couple of them for this coming fall. Okay, so be on the lookout for those. They're great little Christmas gifts, so they will be coming. And then this you're just going to glue up. So all I did was added a little bit of adhesive here. Let me add some adhesive. It's so simple. Add adhesive there. I don't need to worry about gluing that down because it's just going to hold it in. There we go. And then the same thing on this side. I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive on the bottom of this one and fold that in. And make sure you line that all up. And voila, you have a cute little bag. Isn't that awesome? Thank you, Maureen, for sharing. I appreciate it. So what I did then, so you can see the one that I created right here, is I used, hi Maureen, I have two Maureens right back to back with comments there. I love it. So then what I did is using the layering circles. I love the layering circles. You guys are probably saying, Kim, you overused your layering circles. I do, but this is a really good use of the layering circles. I layered two of this is just colors that I picked that kind of go with the product suite. I used Fresh Freesia, and then I used the Very Vanilla. And then that I put on with a couple dimensionals. Isn't this a cute bag? And the paper just makes it so cute. So you could do this with any designer series paper that you wanted though, and have that nice little edge at the top, okay? And they're quick and simple. Like they'd be really good to make like for a bridal shower or anything like a wedding. The Let's Celebrate is perfect for like a wedding. So we're just gonna put that in here. And then I use, like I said, every single project that I used tonight, I've used these awesome, I love them. They are called open leaf trinkets, and they are flat enough that they will work for you to send through the mail with a regular forever stamp. Oh, Mary, I'm sorry you had trouble, but I'm glad you found me. This is my first project, so you didn't miss too much, my dear. So I'm making this cute little bag, little party favor bag. So I just put a couple dimensionals on there, and I'm just gonna put this on there like that. So when I stamped my sentiment, I stamped it up high enough to give me space to add that awesome little embellishment. So there you have a cute little bag. You can see how quick and easy. These would be easy to sit and assemble when you're watching TV if you have an event that you want to make a little gift for. I love it. They're very, very cute. So all kinds of things can fit in them. All right, so that is my little 3D project that I made to share with you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love it that you guys like it. Again, I will be posting the measurements over on my, eventually after every single one of my Facebook Lives, I'll be doing a blog post. I'm not there yet, but like I said, I'm taking it's an eight-week class, very intensive class online to help me learn new things that I can do to offer for all of you, and to kind of be able to maintain and update my website better to service all of you. So I'm really excited about that. So you'll be seeing me use that and reference that a lot more in the coming weeks. All right, but in the meantime, these will be posted so you have them as well. You can always message me if you need them. All right. So the next card we're going to share with you tonight is this one right here. Now this is the one, Janet, I'm going to pick on you for a minute because like I mentioned, Janet came to my house for my class night on Tuesday and made this card. And she was the one who had said, is that the ribbon that you used on that? I think it was this card that she said that. She's like, is that the ribbon that you used this ribbon on this card, or did you use something different? And I'm like, yeah, no, it's this ribbon. So this foil, this purple foil, totally changed the look of that ribbon. I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but it kind of gave it almost like a purple tint, but it's not. It is still the soft seafoam ribbon. So again, I'm letting the paper do a lot of the work for me on these cards. You can see I added one of those little embellishments there. So for this, since this paper was Fresh Freesia, I thought this was the one, Janet, I used Fresh Freesia for my card base. So I'm just going to fold that in half. Thank you, Marcia. They actually get done next Thursday, every other Thursday. So you guys are stuck with the same nails for 2 weeks. And then I have a piece of the Pool Party 5 1/4 by 4, and this is ran through with the well-worn embossing folder, and that is just going to get layered onto the card like that. And then I cut this piece of paper 4 by 3, and this one is 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. And so we're just going to layer those together. So you can see the opposite side of this paper is your more, not your foil paper, it's your more regular designer paper, but I really wanted to use the foils. So most of my projects use the foils here tonight because I really liked it. So here we go. You're going to see how this looks different. This is the ribbon. It is the soft seafoam, and you put it against there and it makes it look completely different. So I'm just going to cut this ribbon here. And I'm going to put a little bit on the ends here to wrap it around. So these cards are very easy and simple to duplicate. Again, part of my goal when I do my Facebook Lives is to create projects where you can purchase these supplies and be able to make these cards. And I want to make sure you guys all know that you are more than welcome to duplicate any of the cards or projects that you see me create on my Facebook Lives or that you see me posting on my page or my group. I always say it's the biggest compliment anybody can give is when you duplicate cards and things that others do. So know that that's why I do this for you all, okay? So don't ever feel guilty or have to feel like you need to ask. Just go for it. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to adhere this down to the middle there. And then again, using my trusty little layering circles. This one is Let's Celebrate. So I actually have a niece that is going to be getting married here in a couple weeks, and this will more than likely be her wedding card because why not? It's perfect for it. And I love it. I love the colors. I love everything about it. So I'm going to adhere that down to my card here in the middle. And last but not least, can you see what these trinkets do to that card? Look at how plain that looks right. I mean, not plain, it's still beautiful, but watch what happens when I add that awesome little open heart trinket. I'm just gonna leave these open because I'm gonna be pulling them a lot tonight because like I said, they are on every single project that I'm gonna be showcasing with you tonight. And I just use glue dots. I put a couple glue dots on them on the stem area, one on the front and one on the back area, and glue them down. Now there is also a little opening right here. So if you wanted to make a tag for this and put like ribbon or linen thread or baker's twine through that and tie it onto something, you could, okay? I liked them just flat like that so that they could go through the mail really easy. But there you have my first card that I made. How quick and simple. And that Let's Celebrate is one of the sentiments from the stamp set. So you have sending hugs, let's celebrate, much love in your new life together. So that'd also be a really good wedding one. And maybe if I have that one, I'll use that one. And then today is a day to remember. So lots of awesome sentiments for this set. So that is my first card. Oh, let me move it down here. Okay, let me see what's next on my pile. Oh, this is my next one. Okay. This is my next one, and it's sending hugs. So this would be a great thinking of you inspirational card, just to send it to somebody, letting them know that you're thinking of them. Again, you really can't tell. The paper is kind of, with the lighting, it gets kind of shiny. But this paper is the really beautiful color of soft sea foam. And you can see I have a little bit of ribbon I added back here. And this is one of the die cuts. And isn't that gorgeous? Hopefully you guys can see it at this angle a little bit better. Thank you, Philomena. So for this, I used Pool Party for my card base. You can see I kind of used the same design. And I just used a piece, again, so when you're creating cards, do you see the resemblance here? I used the same design, changed out the colors, did the same little square in the middle, and then just changed my focal point of the thing what I have in the middle, okay? So, but it makes the card look completely different, right? Okay, so for this one, we used soft seafoam for my 5 1/4 by 4 piece, and I'm just gonna adhere that down to my Pool Party. Thank you, Maureen. I'm glad you like them. Okay. And then so just so you guys know, some of you do my online bingo. My cards for online bingo are very similar to these. They are a little bit different, but they're very, very similar. So if you're interested in doing my online bingo, or if you really like these cards, make sure you sign up again for my online bingo because your make and takes are going to be using some of these products. So just a little a little spoiler alert there for you. All right, so then we're going to put that on with some dimensionals and put that on in the middle. And Maureen Preston, I need to get back with you. I will, my dear. Today was crazy at work, so I just remembered that you messaged me. So I will be getting back with you. A couple other of you messaged me right before my live. I promise you'll hear from me. I just thought about that when I saw your name. All right, now what I did is I added a little bit of ribbon just to the back on the back here on the in the middle of this layer. So I added a little bit of adhesive. And I'm not sure if you can see that ribbon. I think you can. I think it shows up okay on my camera. And I'm just going to add a little piece of ribbon here to that. And I'm going to cut this off at an angle. Okay, so there's my ribbon. And then I cut a little strip. Now this little concept came right from the catalog. So if you look in the catalog, you will see that this is kind of a mimic from the catalog. At least the center part is. So I'm going to add a couple of dimensionals here to each end of this. And then I put this on kind of down underneath my ribbon, like that. And then I call this my little half moon, not literally, but this is a die in part of one of the dies that's in the bundle. And I just stamped the sending hugs on it. And then I'm going to adhere this down. So for this one, I just adhered it, put a little bit of adhesive on the bottom, and I adhered it right here to the top of this, just like that, okay? And then using my crumb cake cardstock, I cut out one of the intricate dies with the leaves and things, and I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on the end of this. So mine's not completely glued down. Again, you could use your, I always say you could use your fabric adhesive sheets. I always say that. We used to sell them. You can use your adhesive sheets, or you can just use glue dots. I'm just going to use a little bit of adhesive there. Stick that right underneath. And like I told you guys, every single project tonight has one of these awesome little trinkets on it. So if you do the online bingo, yes, you guys will be getting trinkets and you'll be getting some ribbon. Yay! Won't that be cool? And then this is going to go on. And if you want to sign up for this class, you also get all of the products to make all 10 of these cards, okay? So fun little cards to make and not hard at all. So that's a good inspirational card or to send to a grandchild or anything like that. So hopefully you guys can see the color of that okay by me holding it down at a different angle and not having it be where it's really, you know, but it's gorgeous. Okay. So my next card that I'm going to share with you, I changed the format a little bit, but you're going to see two of these that look kind of similar. So this is my third card for all of you tonight. You can see here that I used, I really paired it together with the vanilla. I liked it with the vanilla better than the Whisper White. To me, it just gave it more of a rich, elegant look. But you can pair it with white. I just chose the Very Vanilla. So my card base for this one is indeed the Very Vanilla, cut 5.5 by 8.5. And then I have a piece of the Pool Party that is 5.25 by 4. And then I have my soft seafoam that is 5 by 3 3/4. You'll see here I did a little bit of stamping on the background of this. And for that I used the stamp set and this little image right here just to kind of make my own little design so that the back wouldn't have all just nothing on it right there, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and adhere these two together. So I'm just going to... Oh, thank you, Philomena. This paper makes these cards gorgeous. Like, this is the most simplest template ever. Like, if I'm looking at some of my cards that I've designed in the past, you know, I've kind of done them that have been, you know, a little bit more intricate and more layering and stuff. This paper is beautiful. These color combinations together is beautiful. I just feel like you really don't need a lot more than what I've put on there. This is some of that paper. So you're going to see me use all the different papers on these cards tonight. This is a 2-inch strip by 5, and it's going to fit right perfectly onto that piece right there. So I'm just going to adhere that down right there, and it's going to fit perfectly. It should anyway, hopefully. There we go. And then on a 1/2-inch strip of paper, I put today is a day to remember. So this one maybe will go to my niece. And I cut a banner in there. So it's actually my husband's brother, his daughter, who is getting married on August 6th, I think it is. So It's always nice to have a stash of cards that I don't have to go worrying about making one. I'm gonna go ahead and put a couple dimensionals on that. So I'm gonna put one here and one there. Also, if you're part of my club, I want to talk a little bit about my club. So I do a club where it's an 8-month commitment. You get one of my classes each month, kind of for free. You just need to put in a minimum Stampin' Up! Order with me. And then at the end of the 8 months, you get a $50 product credit. So it's a great way for you to get one of my classes each month. So if you want more information on that, let me know. It's called my my creative club, and I also have it's also in all of my emails as well. So and it will be on my blog soon. So anyway, then I used my my soft seafoam ribbon here. Again, it's really easy to work with, and I need to do it over again because my hands are finally getting warmed up. If any of you joined me a little bit late, it gets really cold in my basement, so that's why I'm wearing a jacket. People think I'm crazy in the middle of summer when it's hot out, but after being in my basement for about, I would say 40 minutes, you're done. You need to have a jacket or you will freeze. Those of you that come to my classes, you can probably totally relate to that. Okay, so I'm just making a bow. Love it. So this shiny one is, I think it's copper. I think it was copper that they had in that one, Marsha. I have to look again. Let me look real quick. It is Calypso Coral, Copper, Fresh Freesia, Petal Pink, Pool Party, Sahara Sand, and Soft Sea Foam. So this one would be the copper. This would be the copper look of the shine. Again, all of the ribbon that all of the bows that I'm making are, I have to twist that again, are using that soft sea foam ribbon. Okay, and then I'm just going to glue this down with a glue dot to the top of my card up here, like that. And it's not, I'll probably add a couple more glue dots to it to get it to go down a little bit better. And then again, what else do you guys see? My trusty little open trinket, open leaf trinket they're called. Let me get rid of this tail on my glue dots because I don't like that. And then I get a glue dot stuck to me, of course. All right, so I'm just gonna put a couple glue dots on there. And then this one I stuck behind here like that. Quick and simple and easy peasy. But look how pretty that is. And I'll hold it at a different angle here in just a minute. I do wanna put another glue dot down here to hold my bow in place. There we go, much better. All right, so there you have that one. Hopefully you can kind of see, it's just gorgeous. I know, those trinkets make it for me too. That's why I had to put them on every single project. Every single project. All right, so now you're gonna see again. So remember I changed the template a little bit to this. You're gonna see one more that looks similar. Again, using different paper. This one is the soft seafoam. So this one is what I used on those scrapbook layouts, okay? This is what I used on the scrapbook layouts. And so then I brought in the soft seafoam with the matte in there. So isn't that pretty? Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, so again, same template. I used a punch. This is one of our punches. But look how different they look. I used a different stamped image in the background. So for this one, I used this right here, and that is designed to fill in this, but I just used it as a background stamp. So you can kind of get creative with that a little bit. So for this, I chose to use the Pool Party for my card base. And then I have a layer 5 1/4 by 4 of the soft seafoam, followed by a piece of 5 by 3 3/4 of the Pool Party stamped with the Pool Party ink on the background. Okay, and the other one that I saw, I should have mentioned, this was stamped in the background with the soft seafoam. So it's kind of like the color on color. Okay. So these we're just going to go ahead and adhere together. And then this ribbon I did a little bit different. So for that ribbon, I actually went around the designer series paper instead of adding it as a bow. But can you see how simple little things can make a card template look so different? Okay, so that's going to get adhered down to my card. And then I'm going to take my little piece of paper. So this is it right here. And I'm going to add some of this ribbon around the top. So I'm just going to cut a piece big enough to go around it. I'm gonna add a little bit of adhesive here. So this is just gonna go on here, wrap around, on here, and it's sticking to my fingers, wrap around. Make sure you have it even, because that's the one thing that sometimes I don't always have even. And then we're gonna adhere this designer series paper down to my card. So I wanted to share with all of you, if you would keep some family friends of ours in your thoughts. Their daughter takes steers to our local fair, and she had 2 steers lined up to take to the fair and has been working hard with them. And steers are kind of like a young cattle. It's a cow, but they're a lot of work. They're a lot to work with, lots more time involved. Anyway, long story short, her 2 steers got out on Wednesday morning and they were hit by a truck and they were both killed. So our fair is next week and she does not have her steers now to take to the fair. So if you can just kind of keep them in your thoughts. It's kind of been on my mind all day since I heard that. Kind of just distracted me a little bit, but it's so sad. I just can't even imagine. So with this one, again, I used the Very Vanilla. Sorry, again, see, I got sidetracked. And I just stamped Much Love in Your New Life Together. So there again, that will work perfectly if I wanted to give my niece this card. Thank you, Philomena. They are devastated. They're farmers, but they are just beyond devastated with what has happened. And they show they do more than just our local fair. They go all over Michigan showing their steers and everything. So it's just been a very devastating blow to them. Very devastating. Okay, and then we're going to add our little thing again. You guys, you know, I love this. But can you see how that just makes these cards pop? So, and because it's nice and thin, it will go through the mail. I'm all for using it. All right, so there we have that card. Isn't that awesome? Okay, I can't believe we're on our last card for the night already, and I'm doing like well on time. But the reason why I think I'm doing so well on time is because these cards are so easy. And a very simple, duplicatable, I call it a card recipe for you to follow. So thank you, Gail and Marcia, and I appreciate all of you guys. So this is a very simple one to follow. Now this one right here, I did use this stamp right here, and I cut it out. So you're gonna say, how in the world did you cut that out? Well, I'm gonna show you how I cut that out, okay? But it's a very quick and simple card, because there is no die to cut this one out. So for this, again, changing up the colors, I just chose to use soft seafoam for the card base because I hadn't used soft seafoam for a card base yet. So thank you, Philomena. So soft seafoam, and then I used my Very Vanilla for 5 1/4 by 4. And whoops, I need to make sure I get this a little bit better. Sorry. I would score them, but you know, that takes time. All right, so 5 1/4 by 4 is my Very Vanilla piece, and I'm just gonna go ahead and adhere that down because there's no ribbon or anything around it. The ribbon on this card goes around the 2 layers. Now this one is another one that is copper, so you can kind of see the copper look to that. So that I cut 4 by 3 and put it behind a 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. You guys are probably saying, yeah, she uses 4 by 3 a lot. It's because I can get my 12 by 12 card or paper cut perfectly with no waste. It just makes it so easy for me to be able to design cards that way. And it uses up the paper, right? Okay, so for this, we're just going to put this around here at the top. Thank you, Gail. Hopefully you can do bingo and you'll be able to make some of these because they're very similar. But what I did do is I used the card bases and envelopes that we can't get anymore, but I had enough of them. And so that is what we're going to be using. So your card bases are all going to be ones from the celebration stuff, the celebration note cards and envelopes. Even though I know you can't get them anymore, I'm like, this way you guys can still have cards with them. It'll be cool. All right, that's going to go right in the center. And then we're going to cut a little piece here to tie underneath like that. Yeah, you guys might get a little bit of your hour back. What are you going to think about that? Normally I go over. Wow. Oh, I need to also show you guys my new watch band. I haven't shown you guys that. So my new Sunshine watch band. Isn't that cool? I actually got it on clearance last year and forgot that I had it. And then I was cleaning, I actually cleaned out my workstation and found it in there from last year because I always buy my watch bands on clearance. I never pay full price for them. That's why I can afford them and afford different ones, I should say. But I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to get that on there. All right, so then we have the Let's Celebrate. This is on a 3/4 inch strip of cardstock, and I'm just going to snip those ends, and that's going to go on with a couple of dimensionals. This foil paper is to die for, and it is $15 for the. It's a little bit more. Normally our DSP is only $12. This one's $15. It's still not badly priced, but it's a little bit more because of the foil element in it. So, but it is so versatile. You cannot go wrong with it. So if you're looking for a nice neutral paper, even if you don't use the stamp set and dies that go with it, this paper is gorgeous. Although the designs in the paper are kind of set up to go along with the stamped images that you have here in that. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to cut this out. So in advance, I have stamped this using the Pool Party ink. And all I'm going to do is pretend that it's one piece, okay? So actually I'm going to make it a little bit smaller because I don't like it being that big. Okay, so all we're going to do is start cutting, and you're going to cut around it, and you're not going to cut directly on the outer line. You want to leave some of that very vanilla on there. So I'm just going to kind of cut the best I can without going all the way into it. Okay, so whoops, I don't want to cut that off. There we go. So I'm just kind of cutting around it. And I use this same exact stamp for my scrapbook page layout that I showed you earlier, but I used Fresh Freesia. So those were purple flowers, but this is the one I used. So again, you can just see how I'm kind of casually cutting it out. And it was the only kind of like real solid image that I thought would look good down on the bottom of this card. So there we go. And then I put that on with some dimensionals. So yeah, you can see there's quite a bit of very vanilla showing right here, but see what I did? I covered it up with what? One of those trinkets. Okay, so I'm gonna add this on with some dimensionals here. Just gonna add a couple here, one up here. And you can always use your mini ones if you wanted to get it kind of on some of those little outward. But oh, the big ones fit. So I'm just gonna take these backings off, and this is gonna get adhered down here. Whoops, sticking to my nail. Down here on the bottom. And then, yes, so I used a bunch of trinkets, but that's what they're there for. I'm gonna add. So these trinkets, you get 22 a pack of them. So you get a lot of them. I think the cost was like $7 if I remember correctly. Let me look real quick. But you get 20 of them in a pack. So I think it makes it really worth it. Yeah, 20 of them for $8. So not bad at all. And then that I just put right on top of that to kind of cover up some of that. Oh, I should put a dimensional behind that one. Let me do that quick. So if you forget a dimensional, you just grab one, stick it underneath there. There you go. So there you have it. Those are my 5 cards and my 3D project that I created to share with you. Let me bring it all back in here so you can see it here. Make sure I make room for everything. So these are the cards. Now, like I said, this is a class that you can purchase right now. There's a link to register for it where it includes all of the products to make 10 cards. The other option is if you want to place a minimum $30 order, now through Sunday night, you can get 3 of these projects completed and sent to you. And I could even send you the box if you wanted it, but I would have to send it to you flat. You'd have to assemble it to put it together. So there are ways for you to get your hands on this class if you really, really like it. Oh, that's the same one. What am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this one. This one, and then my 2 boxes. So I'm going to bring those back in as well. And I forgot to print off my my host code sheet but it's on my website that I did update. If you go to kimsbasementbunch.com, my host code has been updated there. And you can also message me for it and I can get it to you as well. So anyway, thank you all so very much for joining me tonight. Again, like I mentioned, there will not be a Facebook Live next week due to our county fair and my girls doing their auction, but I will have a video available for you, and it'll post at 7 o'clock Eastern time next week, so I'll still be able to inspire you and show you some cute projects. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Maureen, Carol, everyone. Janet, thank you so much, and have a wonderful weekend. And like I said, you'll be getting that video next week, and I will be live with you again in 2 weeks on Thursday. All right, bye everyone. Enjoy your weekend.